Hi, my name is Cami, and the reason why I joined IB Global Politics is because I've always kind of been interested in history, and what I've mostly been interested in, like concerning history, is how power was distributed during different time periods, and what governments were active during different time periods, and what different forms of government were active during different time periods, and which government system worked the best, and why certain government systems were widely accepted, and why certain forms of government, such as, or why certain leaders, such as Hitler, were popularized. And I think that I mostly, because of my interest in sort of the distribution of power back then, I think that I can take that knowledge and interest and apply it to today through global politics. So it's going to be a modernization of my interests and sort of knowledge, and through this I'll be able to further understand, because I have to admit I'm not the best, I'm not the smartest, pretty I'm not the smartest in like social studies, but I think that through this class I'll be able to further understand foreign policy and how that factors in to help us solve the issues that we face today, or that we face globally, and that the globe faces today. Not only us as a small mid-pack community, but the entire globe, or the entire world, every person in the world. Also, what I'm looking forward to most in this class is to be able to actually simulate live debates between countries. So actually being able to represent a country and navigate through a sea of foreign policy, using all the while bringing in the historical, economic, or political context or background of that country, in order to assist in what you're trying to say, or what happens, or what you're sort of discussing when you're negotiating. So I think that's really cool how you're using background info to also influence your position at the table. So what you can do and what you can't do, what you want and what you don't want, or what you want and what you don't really care about. Countries should care a lot about certain things, but yeah, I think that's probably what I'm looking forward to the most. And to me, the most pressing issue, pressing issue today is human trafficking, because actually what's really funny is, or not funny, it's actually really disturbing, is currently there are more slaves or trafficked humans in the world than there were when slavery was illegal. So this means that more and more people are being sort of having their rights taken away from them. And while there are a select few people who are very, very privileged enough to have all of their rights intact, and there's actually no one breaching them, there's no threat to them, there are the majority, or the real truth is that a majority of the people throughout the globe have had their human rights basically destroyed, or taken away, or breached, whatever you'd like to say. But I think that, yeah, the thought of that should just spur someone on. The thought of people having their rights, their freedom taken away, should basically spur you on to help solve this topic. And what IB Global Politics will help me to IB Global Politics will help me to further understand why this occurs, and what is being done to stop it, or what is being done, or what countries are doing in order to sort of stop this terrible issue, this terrible act, and this pretty much terrible issue. Thank you.